Welcome to another episode of Pels and the Blender. It's your boy A. Davis coming to y'all on this Friday night, man. Not right before, technically, like 30 minutes before game time. Um, I've been working a lot lately and whatnot, so I ain't been able to constantly put out the episodes as much as I would like to. So probably gonna go ahead and do, like I said, I want to do at least 30 minutes before the game, and probably gonna do some of the game. And honestly, it just depends on what my kids got going on, man. Like right now they chilling, so it's just us. If they keep chilling, then I'm still here. When they decide it's time, then we might have to cut the stream. But until then, you know what I mean? We rolling, man. We rolling. So what we got going on, right? You got Z back for his first game off the injury. You got Queen performing well. Borrego's in game 3, going into game 4 now. The first 3 games was a really tough stretch, which honestly that's to be expected. It was to be expected, especially without some of your best players. We talked about that in one of the previous episodes. We talked about what we expected them to look like. The first game that they had, they really didn't have not anybody, but it's the same roster that they've been having, but they didn't have any practice time or anything like that. And they still haven't had much practice time, but the more time together, the better. And recently you were able to, well, let me see, because I like to get this pregame stuff going on. The more time together on the court, obviously the better you think they're gonna perform. Oh, what? You need help with what? No, go get it yourself. See, what's been up with all of the negativity around Joe and Troy from local media? That shit wag as hell. Man, that's one I think is part of. Appreciate you, Mike, for tapping in, though. I'm assuming you talking about the stuff with the nepotism and them talking about Joe and Troy don't really do too much, right? To be honest, though, that's like a lot of people don't like Joe Dumars. Not, I don't want to say don't like Joe Dumars, but they don't really think Joe Dumars isn't that good at the job. You know what I mean? The nepotism stuff. So like that's a real, excuse me, I'm trying to turn my TV down, but still kind of get ready for when we hear. But to me, I'm the wrong person. That's the thing. When Joe got hired, one, because of how Joe got hired, and two, like the reputation that Joe have isn't really, not that he's not great and stuff like that, but like the hire from day one was never looked at as like a really good hire. People hated the trade, and I think part of hating the trade is the hate for Joe. So when they look, and you got anything that pop up, it's gonna be scrutinized a little tougher than with some other people, especially with the history of the organization. The organization don't have a history of like doing things the right way and stuff like that. So that's just kind of the way it is, in my opinion. But like, to speak bluntly, I guess, like if you have a problem with the nepotism, like I understand. If you don't have a problem, I understand to agree. That's just me, because I already know if I got a high ranking job, you know what I mean? I'm talking about, you got to think Joe run the organization, right? Joe run the organization. If it's me and my son trying to break into NBA basketball or whatever, trying to make his way into running the organization or work for organization or whatever, are you absolutely right that I'm gonna put him on the staff in some capacity? Like it's not even a question, in my opinion. Like what would you do? Like if it were you and you had the decision and the power to put your son in a position to, maybe possibly follow his dream of whatever that might be, of working for an organization. you do it. Right? Like, is that is that a question? Like, I don't really think so. So I mean, I understand, but it's the same thing. It's like it's about who you know. It's about who you know and what you can do. You know, like Joe got power. That's pretty much what it is. And Louisiana, not even Louisiana, like everywhere run like that, man. Everybody like holding people down. Like, how many jobs you got in real life because of who you know? Like, oh man, I got a partner that's already on at the spot. He gonna tell people pull my application, right? You might not be qualified, but that's just the way it go. So I'm like, I personally don't think too deep into it. Like, not that part of it or whatever. I know. So another like big topic for that people been talking about, especially with like the record and stuff like that. Like the Pels 2-13, obviously, right? And a lot of the reports been coming out lately saying that the Pelicans have been at least rumored of possibly making more all-in moves as opposed to like sitting pat. So like I wonder, like, what does that mean necessarily? You see a lot of names coming available, like Ja Morant's coming, like possibly is going to be available. You see Sabonis, and yeah, Sabonis got the meniscus thing. I've been talking about Sabonis all off season and how that tie up with once Sacramento season was going to look like it did. Sabonis was probably going to be a Pelican in some way, shape, or form. So I don't know exactly if that's going to be the case. I don't think we thought we would be this bad, but you see Sabonis possibly going to be available. You see Kuminga. Realistically, we all knew when Kuminga signed the deal in the offseason, everything that happened in the offseason, which is crazy, is like literally planning out almost to a T exactly how we thought it was going to play out. When Kuminga signed that deal to go back to Golden State, nobody thought that was going to be a really good situation for Kuminga. Like, I fooled myself into thinking, as far as like from a Pelicans perspective, because again, it's a Pels pod, I fooled myself thinking that we would be able to get off to a good enough start because I thought we would have the players to be able to overcome like Willie Green. Like, y'all didn't had him long enough. You know what it's like to play for Willie Green. So I thought they would be in a better situation, or a good enough situation to still come out and win games. Whoa, what's good, Jess? Appreciate you for pulling through. I thought we would come out and look significantly better. And you lost some tough games, but I did not think the Willie Green situation was as bad as it was. And if it is as bad as it was, then they did themselves, a lot of teams this offseason did themselves a disservice coming into the season. And I think honestly they wrecked their seasons because of it. Like the Mavs, if the Nico situation was really that bad, they should have got off Nico. If the Willie Green was this bad, we should have got off Willie Green. Like, all of this should have happened, and all it should have been a really active offseason of moves. If coming into the season, everybody knew what was happening. Sabonis was in a no-win situation. Like, a lot of this stuff could have already been taken, like already could have taken place. It may, I don't know if I'll say already from like a trade perspective and stuff like that, because people don't know what their team is going to look like until the season starts. But a lot of this stuff was honestly very predictable. Like, the West is not that good. And I have been saying that the whole offseason, like, man, I do not think the West is going to be that great. Nah, I didn't think also we would be this damn bad. But, it's a lot of season left, and it's like that for a lot of other teams. Like, example, I did not think the Clippers would be 4-11. But again, for people who like with the whole Kawhi scandal and stuff like that, or I don't necessarily if you want to call it a scandal, but with everything that was going on with Kawhi, like, maybe it makes sense for the Clippers to be struggling. Like, I don't know. So, but with that being said, I wonder if the Pelicans are gonna. I anticipate they will make a move, some kind of move, because I think you gotta make a move. I think you got pieces on this roster. Like, you already know parts of the roster need to be upgraded. Parts of it, like the Hawkins moves, like Hawkins needs to be upgraded. Like that whole middle of the second half of the roster, and you saw it in the game. Like the recent games with Borrego, right? They come out against Denver, and the starting unit looked good. Like Zion is, you say what you want about Zion, bro, but the dude is good at basketball. The dude is good at basketball, and and that's part of the reason why a lot of people, are so frustrated with him. Like if he was an average player, it wouldn't make that much of a difference, but he makes so much of, like, he has so much impact on the game and like for the team, that like when he's missing these games is like critical, but it's hard to just like move off of him, right? Because the second he steps on the floor, you see the difference in the team. The energy is different, the spacing is different. Like Queen absolutely balled out, right? But, and it's not to say that Queen couldn't have, really good games and stuff like that, but Queen most definitely benefits from Zion being on the floor. You saw that, in my opinion, you saw that in small spurts in game 1 and 2 against Memphis. He might not have had the numbers again because it was his first game back, hadn't really practiced or nothing like that. Hadn't really practiced or nothing like that. But you saw in the Memphis game, Z and Queen could play together. You saw it a lot in against the Spurs when Queen played 35 minutes, and a lot of that was against Wemby with Zion on the court. So like the time, not just due to the injury, but the time that Willie Green was not playing Queen extended minutes and stuff like that, it's just, it's just unfortunate. But like being able to get Zion back and see Zion on the floor, just how much of a difference it makes for Trey. Like Trey, you like, obviously you can't leave him and stuff like that, but like literally in that one game, Zion on the floor and off the floor, like the difference that it makes for every player on the floor is just dramatic. And I get that's why it's frustrating. But I do agree that first quarter starters look good on offense. Yeah, man. And I still don't think they're being maximized, to be honest, but I get it because Poole not healthy right now. I think Fears, well, I don't mind him starting right now because, one, Poole is not there, and like, you don't have no reason not to start him. But bruh, the team would be better, and the dude would be so much more effective off the bench, in my opinion, because he's going to be playing against second units, and two, he's just going to be free to play his game. Like you could tell in the starting unit, he's like for example, in the I think it was the third quarter, they came out in the third quarter, something like that. And it was like the second possession, and he took like a deep three. And I'm like, dog, this ain't the lineup for those kinds of shots. If you put him on that second unit, like, not saying that he's is okay to shoot those, but Borrego had to sit him down and be like, hey, look, calm down, settle down. Like you can't do that with this group. When if you bring him off the bench, bro, again, when you saw him in the beginning parts of the season, where he was most effective was off the bench, which is why I didn't think it made sense for Willie to bench Poole, because you still was getting damn near 20 from Poole, but you saw Jeremiah Fizz also be able to like heavily impact games. And once you made that switch, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just think I think you see like one, Z being back, like as they get healthier, obviously they'll perform better. But it's just interesting to see, like, after these first 3 games that they've had, like 2 games without Zion, and then the one game with Zion, like you progressively see some things, growing and becoming more of a team. Like they look more like a team, more like a unit. And it's like I said, we still haven't had any official practices or anything like that. So I am interested to see what they look like tonight. The first time they played Dallas, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think Z played. I think Z was hurt against Dallas. And they announced that Cooper's gonna be playing. So I imagine that like you're gonna have maybe these next 2 games because they on the back-to-back, and then you'll probably see Poole get ready to come back. You'll probably get these next 2 games, and then you'll see about Poole, and maybe that third game, whenever that is, I will have to kind of keep an eye on that. But bro, I just think we have an opportunity. What's their next couple games coming up? So we could track this. They have an opportunity to go on a little mini winning streak too. So it'd be nice if you go to Dallas and get the win. So they play the Mavericks, the Hawks, then the Bulls on Monday. So they play today, tomorrow. I don't expect Poole to be back either of those games. Maybe against the Bulls on Monday or the Grizzlies on Wednesday. I wouldn't be surprised. And then that's kind of, you start getting ready to close the month. I think if you 3-0, yeah, the Bulls game gonna be tough, man. The Bulls play fast. They get up a lot of shots. Giddey been playing well, so I don't know about the Bulls necessarily, because the Bulls, even though they right around, they're a little bit above 500 at like 8-6, but that's a home game. If Z play and Poole come back, you should win that game. And I think you should have enough games with Borrego in the system and some practices finally that like it'll start to, like, you already see it starting to look a little different, but I think they'll get more comfortable with what it is they're running. At whatever point they announce Poole being healthy is when I'm interested to see what James Borrego is going to do. Because right now, everything he's done has been kind of status quo, in my opinion. Like, it was obvious to pull Looney out of the starting lineup. And like, Carlo hadn't come back yet. So like when Carlo's healthy, Looney doesn't play. Carlo wasn't healthy, Looney got a couple minutes. Fine. Like, I don't have no real issues with that. You could see he's experimenting with a lot of lineups. And some of them line up to a really, really tough, but I get it. You have to get some kind of understanding of who and what plays well, because the way that he wants to play, he being James Borrego wants to play, is different, because they run a different style. They probably trying different things on defense. It's completely different from what Willie Green was doing to a degree. So you don't know what lineups will or won't work. So I get it. The beginning phases, you're trying to experiment. You didn't have the training camp, so you really got to like learn on the fly. So that's my thing. When Poole get back, right? Like, who going to the bench, or is he staying on the bench? I don't think he needs to stay on the bench. My first instinct is to say put Fears on the bench, right? Put Fears on the bench. Because I think he'll be more dynamic, and it'll serve him better to come off the bench, and I think it'll serve the team better to come off the bench. But realistically, man, I love it for Herb to go to the bench, but I just don't think they do that, to be honest. Like, and just lean into a real offensive heavy lineup. Like, the lineup I've been asking for and wanting to see is Poole, Fears, Z, Trey, Queen. Like, that's the offense I want to see. I don't think Poole wants to be the bench. I think that's why he was mad at Willie. I think he was mad at Willie for a bunch of reasons, to be honest. I think he initially was mad at Willie for the incompetence and like the long sitting and stuff like that. But I don't know. And then the benching didn't help. I think they had the falling out, and then Willie decided to bench him. I don't know if he, spazzed out before he was getting benched. I think he spazzed over whatever and then got benched, if that makes sense. Like, it was just like, oh, all right, bet you coming at me like that? Go sit down. I was thinking her, but the defense is gonna struggle. The defense is gonna struggle regardless to a degree. I think if you play team defense, you'll be fine. My thought is you have to figure out ways to strengthen your second unit to a degree while allowing your first unit to still maximize its ability. Because if you not saying that the starters don't play well or didn't play well, because they did, but you can still see at times that like it could still get stagnant. You know what I mean? Like Fears is still a non-shooter. Teams don't care if Herb shooting. And Chaz talk about it all the time, man. But if you really watch the games, it almost don't matter how many shots Herb makes. Like I don't care. And Z don't shoot threes, right? And Queen's not no 3-point shooter right now. So it's kind of like the only shooter you really have is Trey, but everybody else, like, it's different with Z and Queen because they're like creators. They, you know, they got gravity to them. They can get to the paint. It's different. Like Herb is almost like an offensive non-factor, and I don't think he's causing enough. Like the way that the NBA is being played, like for example, you play Herb if like, not saying play Herb because Herb's obviously gonna play, but like, you know, before you think of those lockdown guys, you'd be like, oh, all right, yeah, I got Herb. I'm throwing Herb on Shea. Well, Shea's still getting 30, like efficient 30s. So like, does that really help? You know what I mean? If you're gonna hinder the offense, does that really help? Or like, you know, when we gotta play Ja off of no practice, no training camp, still gave you what, it was 33, 34, something like that. So it's not, bruh, Shea really be chilling. And so like that's the thing. Like it's not that her, hold on, I'm sorry, it's not that her not a quality player. I just think for the team and how it's currently constructed, he would be better served. Fears also would be better served coming off the bench. I think those guys against second units will be able to be much more effective in what it is that they trying to do. Like Herb shooting on the second unit goes a long way. So it just, I'm interested. That's the thing I'm interested to see. And while they're talking about moves and stuff, like DeJounte's not far. Like if what they were talking about initially was DeJounte could be ready by sometime in December, you got to think December's a couple weeks away. You know, the new 2 weeks is the 7 to 10 days. He's not 7 to 10 days away, but you know, once you get out of the Thanksgiving stretch, if you can do something with these games, you got, let's see, you got the Mavericks coming up, the Hawks, the Bulls, the Grizzlies. All four of those teams are not looking great right now. The Hawks are okay since Trey went down, so you got to figure out what's happening with that. Murray absolutely coming off the bench when he first comes back. But Murray coming off even if Murray come off the bench, that's still a big help. Now you got to think your starting lineup could look something like, let's say your starting lineup was something like Z, Trey, Poole, Queen, and I would like him to play a big, but I don't know if he's gonna lean into it. So let's just say, you wouldn't start Fears if Murray is healthy. Like if Murray's healthy, you're just not gonna start Fears. It'd have to be, in that case, it'd have to be Herb or Sadiq Bey when Murray comes back. But the thought is if your bench had any combination of, like, let's say your bench had Fear, Poole, Murray, Z, DQ, Trey. Yeah, that's like eventually, but I don't know if like I'm saying, like if when Murray first comes back, I don't know if Murray starts right out the gate. You know what I mean? I think he's gonna be on a minutes restriction. They're probably gonna try and work him in, especially with the pace that they're playing. So I think he'll be off the bench initially, but like once he gets his once he gets a little more into rhythm and stuff like that, you could see something like that. I actually wouldn't be mad with something like that. And then I wouldn't be mad with that at all. Actually, that's a lot of offense. You could play with pace. Murray's a good rebounder for his size and position. You still got some shooting. You got some versatility. You should be able to do some off-ball stuff. You got a table setter. That's not a bad lineup, to be honest. And then you have Fears, Herb, Carlo, Missy, Sadiq Bey off your bench. That's not a bad bench. That's not a bad bench. And then you limit, like, you have the Jose minutes, right? But you don't have to play Jose a bunch of minutes. Murray. So Murray in his last couple seasons hasn't been, in my opinion, like producing that great defensively. Like a couple years ago, he played well, but like when I watched him play before he got hurt, bro, he got the same problem that I think Herb got right now. They can't keep nobody in front of him. They can't keep nobody from going to the paint. Like, and that's the big thing, bro. You gotta, like, we can't stop anybody in transition, and they can't keep people in front of them. So if that's how they're gonna play, then you might as well lean into the offense and just play like team defense, like play a team defensive concept, help each other, do your best to guard your yard and gang rebound and get out and run. I think that's the best you could do. But it's also possible that, like, while we talking about Murray, if some of the reports are true, Murray's possibly going to be one of your trade pieces you look at to bring people in. And I am okay with them trading players, not necessarily for like an all-in move, but to bring a player that you probably wouldn't necessarily be able to acquire, just to have on the roster, to be honest. Like if you made a trade, like if they made a trade for him, again, I'm trading for Kuminga. Like I do hurt for Kuminga. I don't know. A lot of people feel some type of way about it. I understand. But I just personally think Kuminga's younger. He's more athletic. And I think he's got more upside. And he fits more of the style and timeline of what it is they want to play. Now, I don't know how he's going to feel about possibly not starting, but I think they look a little different if they start Kuminga in Herb's spot, in my opinion. Like he attacks much more aggressively than Herb Jones does. And I just think the ceiling is higher. Like you've seen Kuminga, damn near average 15, 16 points a game when he gets the opportunity to play. So I absolutely would do that. And no, you're not gonna get, Herb's defense. What did you make? I see, man. Good job. Go. So, like, no, you're not gonna get what Herb. You're not gonna get what Herb brings defensively. But again, he's not stopping anybody right now. And yeah, he's making he makes off-ball plays and he helps cover things up and stuff like that. But it's just not as impactful as it's been in previous seasons. And I think honestly, if you brought him off the bench, it would be better. But also, if you moved on, you'll be fine. That's just my opinion. So like you could see Herb for Kuminga. They talked about that in the offseason. That was one of the big things. Scoop B had reported it, that the Pelicans were looking at acquiring Kuminga from Golden State. And then, I think it was a tough trade to kind of make, which is probably partially why Herb got the extension, because they didn't have to do it immediately. But good for Herb getting his money. A lot of people said after the interview that Murray may not play a game for the team again. So we'll see, because when Murray gets healthy, that might be, you might see Murray get moved for some of the names that's out there right now. I still think even Sabonis with the injury, I still think Sabonis is a name to look at as somebody who might come here because of the front office's ties with Sacramento. Now, the one thing that I don't want to see them do as they if they consider any moves as moving any first round, like any future first round picks, unless they're like 2030, 2031 type picks, right? Like if you're going to trade, I don't know, like a 2031, 2032 pick and able to acquire somebody, then I'm all for it. But like, don't trade the 27 or 28 picks or like none of those picks. None of those picks. Nothing within like the next 2 to 3 years. You already out of next year's pick, but everybody like Queen, so it's all good. But I think we're in for let's see. So you got the Mavericks tonight, the Hawks, the Bulls, the Grizzlies. I don't want to seem optimistic because my optimism is absolutely like got the best of me, but you've had good spurts against some of the best teams. Now, when you and the last time you played bad teams, you won. So, like, if Zion is back, you should be able to win tonight against the Mavericks. You should beat the Mavericks. You come back on a back-to-back against the Hawks. And if Z's healthy with under the James Borrego, like we need Z to be playing these back-to-backs. That's also going to be the first sign of what the new era is going to look like. I initially said that Z wouldn't play another game for Willie Green once he went down with the injury or whatever. And it's not to say that he wouldn't hurt, but again, once he went down and was like, he's out, I'm like, okay, yeah, that dude will be gone before Z plays again. Now that Z's back, I'm wondering if like it's back to business as usual, and you'll see Z play tonight and then tomorrow at home. And then another thing about that is a lot of people say, hey man, stop resting your stars. Well, a lot of people say if you're gonna rest them at home, not on the road. But like Z's already missed a lot of games. So like it'd be nice if they come out, handle business against the Mavericks and be able to kind of rest up. They've been playing some tougher teams. So they should be ready to go. Get this win, though. Get this win and then come back ready for the Hawks and get going. So if you won 3, you be the 3-0 will put you at 5-13, which sounds miserable still. But then you got the Grizzlies. You played the Warriors tough. Well, you did not play them tough. They had stretches where you played them tough. They just were smarter than you. But again, Zion wasn't on the court. So then you finish with, even in the Lakers game, you had moments in the Lakers game where you played them tough. So you would finish the month with, on the road, the Warriors and the Lakers. Man, get these 4. Get these 4. And I think you'll be in a very good situation mentally, at least. You'll be feeling good about yourself, finally. You'll be like, all right, the coach is gone. We got one of our toughest stretches out the way. What does December look like? December is a lighter schedule. So you can make some, if you can finish strong here and then get yourself ready for December. By then, James Borrego should be, the offense should be somewhat fully integrated, even though I think it takes more time. Poole should be back. You'll be looking at Murray possibly coming back. Maybe once all of the people that sign contracts clear up, the roster might look different come December. I don't think the Pelicans wait till the trade deadline to make moves. Unless they just continue losing and it looks bad. Like if Z playing and Queen playing and all of them and they still losing games like this, then I think you see everybody get moved. Because at that point it would be like, all right, we fired the coach, everybody's healthy, and we still not making no headway. Like we're not even beating the bad teams, or we aren't competitive against like the okay-ish teams. Then I think you'll be like, all right, it's time to like really blow this thing up. But I don't think they're at that point yet. Let me see if I can. There we go. Get this game going, man. Get this game going. How y'all expect the game to go? You think it's gonna be close, or you think it's gonna be like dominant on anybody's side? Who else is out for Dallas tonight? That's a good question. Because I know AD not playing. Obviously, Kyrie's out. Clay, they got the news about Clay possibly being traded. Like, I know I'm getting talked about getting traded soon. I'm interested to see what they look like. Oh man, it's so frustrating to watch this team, but yet it feels like there's some optimism. And things possibly could look good. Again, you beat this team, and again, it came down to a game winner that Cooper Flag missed, but you beat the team without Zion. You absolutely should be able to go in there and win this game if you take care of business. I think Carlo's probably out for a little while, so I'm just very interested to see what we got going on tonight. How much more Borrego's offense has been installed? That's another thing, because, and shout out to Justin, man, who's been doing like some of the play breakdowns and film breakdown and stuff like that. You could see them starting to implement some of the sets that they want to run, or that James Borrego wants to run, and have some of that movement and secondary actions. So I'm wondering, like in this game, now that you got a second game with Zion, Queen is, essentially, I think, firmly in the starting lineup. I don't think Queen comes out of the starting lineup. And you've been hearing Borrego constantly talking about playing through Queen and Zion and Trey at times. So I'm just interested to see, like, I imagine, and I think they've been getting better and better and better each game. So I think they're gonna actually look good tonight. That could be wishful thinking. But I think they will. And you know what else I've been pleasant with? Like, I thought it's been like really, really pleasant is the interviews now. Like, the team looks a little more engaged. Like, especially when you listen to like the interviews and stuff, they just seem a little happier. And what's up with like the stars? Like, in my opinion, like they used to have it to where everybody used to go to the podium after the game. Now it's like they're kind of doing like the locker room press conferences only. Not really at the podium. And then JB, y'all know this, bro. JB post game interviews are significantly longer than what Willie's are. Yes. The Rugrats. What? The Rugrats. The Rugrats. Yeah. Let me see it. You want to watch the Rugrats? Yeah. No. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta, again, dad duty. The double stagger that was a failed trade live was a really nice play. Yeah, bro. You can see him start to like open up his offense, get his sets going. It's just gonna take time. It's gonna take time. Like, the timing and stuff is different. They haven't done it, but that's why it would have made sense if they would have had training camp to be able to practice that stuff. Not like they all doing stuff on the fly. And I posted on X one time recently that I'm like, bro, we like not really a great lob throwing team. And yet since Borrego then came, like everybody is throwing lobs, or at least trying to throw lobs. You good? Yeah. Yeah. Don't drag your charger. Take it downstairs. I can plug it again. No, don't plug it in here. Go downstairs. Thank you. What can you do? Tip off, man. Let's go. Tip off. Let's go. Let's see. The keys to be disruptive defensively. They have been doing a good job. You know what I like about what James Borrego's been doing? He isn't relying on just the man-to-man defense. Like when teams have kind of like got things going, he's like, it's almost like high school coaching almost, where like they'll throw the press at you to kind of, or college coaching, I guess, they throw the press at you to kind of disrupt your offense. They'll start trapping a little bit, stuff like that. So like, I just think he's doing a good job of trying to find things to change the pace of games. Like his timeouts have been significantly better. I wonder if Willie watches the team. Here we go. Let's go. Come on, the offense. Bad cut layup. Good job, Herb. Run some offense. Good job. Just easy sets. Great open and set. I like that they just playing with the ball. Like a problem that they have been having recently was, in my opinion, trying to figure out how to play through Queen, or they wasn't playing through him early enough. But like, no, the one pass, you know what I hate that we do? One pass and shit. Like one pass and a shot. Like, dog, unless it's a layup, like get some ball movement going. Let some people touch the ball. Like, let it hit the paint a little bit. Good job. Defense, rebound on the break. Bro. Come on, man. Come on, settle down. No turnovers and whatnot. And we got to minimize like just lazy-ish turnovers. It's like they just have lazy turnovers, just little stuff. They're not catching it, be throwing it into each other's face. That's off. Good job. Good job. I mean, it was the third trip down. No Zion touch. Little off ball. There we go. Right to Z. Double. And that's the thing. Like, bro, loud, like sloppy turnovers, bro. Sloppy turnovers. You can't do it. You can't do them. It's one of those. Good job. Get out in transition. Easy buckets. Still to a layup. Easy buckets. And we never stop the ball on makes or misses. I think that's one of the biggest weaknesses that this team has for whatever reason. Like I don't know why we don't stop the ball in transition, but we don't. Come on, move it early. Good shot. Good shot. Bro, Jeremiah Fizz working on that three. Once he start consistently knocking it down, he's going to be extremely tough. Extremely tough. Got to hit those. Good rebound. Out on a break. Bruh, it's a lot of people touching the ball. Good shot. Good shot. Trey with the 30-footer. Easy. Dog, it just looked like easy offense. Easy offense. Let's just get a couple touches. Multiple people. It's going to help defense. That's a bad foul call. That's a bad foul call. Good shot. Get this team out of here early, bro. Get them out of here early. You got to withstand runs, but if you get them out early, you're going to be all right. There you go. Hands. Active hands. Jeremiah is Absolute great defense. He's playing good hands, active hands in the passing lanes, bro. Get out on the break. He got to make his damn layups. Like it take him a little bit, and he was like he's smaller, and like in college, he like struggled at finishing at the rim and stuff like that. And I think it's because he's not as strong yet, bro. When he starts making his layups, once he starts making his layups, he's gonna be. He makes them. Don't get me wrong, like he makes them. But I'm talking about when they damn near become automatic. When he get like that pro touch at the rim. Two missed free throws. Two missed free throws, and then you give up a three. Good job. You know what else I don't like that we do? Like our closeouts are bad. Like the two things defensively that I would love us to do a little bit better. Obviously, stopping the ball in transition. Good shot, Q. They get DQ, bro. Bro, he get the bouncing and whatnot. He get the bouncing and it's a problem. I do the guard, bro. I do the guard. He just big. Oh, good defense. Bro, you know what's crazy? Is Gafford. Gafford, they got Gafford for like Gafford and PJ for like a second round pick, dog. Damn near nothing. And Gafford, since he's been in Dallas, has been extremely useful. Herb hit the three, good shot. Cooper coming right back down with the buckets. Good communication. Ah, I think Cooper gonna be good, bro. See, even though he made the three, like Jeremiah just come down off the screen, made the three, right? I like it's not that I got a problem with it necessarily, but I just don't like one like you going into the office without nobody else touching it. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's just to me, that's just let's get the ball moving a little bit. Like if you're on fire, yeah. Well, I guess you could say he is. He hit 2 threes so far. But like let's come off, get a swing, get the defense rotating a little bit. Like one pass and a shot, like you start falling in love with that kind of offense when they go in. And I think that's like you don't make the defense work at all. So like I think that's kind of some of the issues the Pelicans run in like down the line in games. Like I think so far we had 7 minutes at 7 minutes into the game. Well, we got 7 minutes left. And I think we only saw like two Z touches. And again, it's fine. Not saying that Z ain't gotta touch the ball like all game or nothing like that, but kind of do. Like I think that's how you end up when people be like, for example, I don't think he took a shot attempt yet, did he? Or has he? Hold on. No, no shot attempts. And again, the offense is moving and stuff, and it's fine. But at the end of the day, it's gonna boil down to how did Zion play. So at some point, I guess we need to see: are you gonna be able to put the emphasis on the game? Do they like? It's all working out, but I don't know. Call me a stickler. It's just certain things that I like to see out of the offense, or that I watch for when I watch the game. I don't like one pass and shot personally, especially against a team like this. Because against the good teams, you got to move the ball. You got to be able to get penetration. You got to be able to drive and kick, create corner threes and stuff like that. So again, it's all good when it's going in, and let's figure out some of that defense as well. So Look at the young pictures of DQ. DQ and Cooper. Excuse me, man. Since we in the stream for the long haul, at least for a while now, I'm going to partake in some Skittles. Let's see, 7 minutes. First sub, Sadiq Bayo. Sadiq first sub in off the bench. Again, man, it just don't feel like good job, good turnover. Gotta convert in transition. Good kick. Fucking missed layup. Whoa, what's good? Appreciate you for tapping in. We looking solid right now. They up 18-14. 18-14. We doing some dumb stuff though. We doing dumb stuff. And like that's the problem. Bucket by Najee. And then that's the problem to me is we playing a bad team right now. When you play bad teams, man, you need again, we a bad team. We a bad team. Good pass. Sadiq, nope, missed it. Sadiq missed it. Go use the bathroom. Jeremiah with a 3. Yep. Jeremiah with a 3, good shot. Bro, like, yeah, go Pels. Huh, come do it. Huh. That's how you know we go to games.
Yeah.
Say go Pels.
Go Pels.
Yeah, bro. Brainwashed them early, unfortunately. Huh, go. You said you had to use the bathroom. Go use the bathroom. Okay, then go downstairs. I think we looking good, to be honest. We still having some just like stupid mistakes that I just would want them to clean up. Small stuff. I do like that, like DQ playing like, bro, we still cannot stop the ball in transition. You got to stop the ball in transition. Max Christie 3. But like we just have, a little mind, like we just don't catch the ball. Like we didn't have a couple turnovers, just some bad plays. Good lob by Queen to Trey. Establishing some chemistry there. EQ already with 6 assists. Playing a good bit of the first. Cooper knocked down. Good job. And one. Bruh, Derek Queen really, great pass. Derek Queen really make it easy for everybody. And you know what he does too? He's playing the Trey's height and size. Like he not throwing him a pass to where like he got to come down with the ball, like throwing it high, keep it high, finish up at the rim. Finish at the rim. Queen has some underrated live pass. He talked about it all. He talked about it all in the preseason and stuff. Like, well, not preseason. He's like, man, I can't wait to throw lives to Eves, or I can't wait to throw lives to Trey. Got to make your free throws good. What are we, 1 for 3 from the line? But like Queen's getting more and more comfortable, bro. More and more comfortable. And while they don't have a good 3. Good 3. It felt like we just be falling asleep on defense. Good shot. That's a good look by Trey. You can live with that shot all day. Got to get back and stop the ball, bro. I'm telling you, those would be my keys of emphasis every game. Like transition, stop the ball, and contest. Like, and foul. The way we contest shots, like, and so far, I don't think they've like done a better job at it or whatever today. Bro, stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. DQ not the best player. He's really, really good. He's not the best player though. You know who the best player is. Like we know who the best player is. Now, I do think his like his skill set, like in the way that how do I word it? Like Queen's skill set, like just essentially emphasizes and out of him and who? Don't say Z, bro. Zion all day. You can't teach the stuff that Zion has. Like people forget that like Z is literally a generational player. Like you remember when he first Z got more upside. Z got more upside. I'm not saying that Queen won't be really good. Like, bro, you gotta think if Zion isn't hurt as much as Zion is hurt, like you remember when Z rookie season when he had damn near set the rookie record for like straight games with 20 points and whatnot. Like we can't get like out the way and forget like how good Zion actually is. Like the dude is ridiculous. Now, his skill set is, I think what Queen does, Queen absolute, what have you done lately? Bro, before the injury, he was, well, not even before the injury, before the Celtics game, he was averaging 27-9, 27-9, 5, and like 4 steals a game. You know? And again, I think Queen, right? Queen, Fizz, all of these guys. That's why I personally don't want to trade Zion, because if you have a player like Queen, you are like it is better to have like more good players on your team. Like if you know what Zion is capable of, and you got a player like Queen that can make it significantly easier on him and make it easier on Queen. Like we saw, like even though Queen has played well, we see how much easier the game is coming to him when Z's out there. Like, so I don't think I don't want to pit them two against each other, to be honest, when I think their games like really complement each other, in my opinion. And like once you get to the point where you can play them together, and then you have it to where when Queen's off the floor, you could play Z, and Z could not be like just real dominant. And when when Z's off the floor, you could play Queen by himself and he can look dominant. So you just kind of gotta let it work itself out. But Zion's clearly the best player on this team. So like I'm interested to see how they're gonna start staggering the lineups and stuff like that. It also helps that like while we run the offense through Queen, he's still not the first option. He's a smart enough player to who you feel gets the team in order and reads the floor better. Honestly, I think it's Z, but so this is the thing. Well, I don't want to say I think it's Z. I'm gonna say it's probably Queen, but because of their styles of play, like Queen will never see the kind of defense that you gotta stop the ball. You gotta stop the ball in transition, man. We do a terrible job. We do a terrible job stopping the ball. Teams get rebounds and they just right down the lane straight to the rim, no resistance. But I think you got to think, bro. Z, since he's been in the league, has seen like 3 and 4 bodies thrown at him since day one. Like I don't think any other. Again, that's the Zion. Like say what you want, Zion, and the reports came out over all. That's the most double player in the league. See what I mean? Stuff like that, bro. You gotta grab rebounds, small stuff, little mini mistakes, little stuff you can't have. You can't have the ball in your hand and then bounce out and go out of bounds. Like when you're not a great team, you got to take advantage of every opportunity. I don't really care for lineups like these though. Jose, Hawkins, PV, Missy, and Sadiq. Like, you don't really have anybody to create. You don't really have like anybody to run the offense through. You just kind of trying to essentially buy time. Look at Eve's hustle though. Eve's be fighting on the offensive boards, bro. Michael Peavy starting to come alive. Michael Peavy starting to come alive. Like, he's been playing, like, every game he's been getting more minutes. He's been looking a lot better. And if the jumpers start falling a little bit, you're gonna have something for sure with him. Good defense. Bad pass. Rebound. We out in transition. Oh my gosh, bro. So I don't know. But this is a good question. But like, is the benefit of having both, right? Like, you know how good Z is. Like, let's not get away from what you've seen from Zion when he is on the floor. That's because he goes left a lot. They load up on him, but I think it's worth the conversation because DQ was a rookie and he came in with championship DNA. What championship DNA? What, high school championship DNA? You count that? He ain't win no championship in college. I mean, if you talk about like the high school stuff, yeah. But I think it's more than just because Z goes left. I think, bruh, you gotta think like how, bruh, Z is in the rankings for scoring. Like, even with the limitations that you saying that he has. If you look at Z like by the numbers, like if this dude wasn't hurt, he would be amongst like one of the all-time greats with like his scoring and stuff like that. Like, it's just, you can't really replicate like how dominant Zion is. And we see it all, like you see it all the time, bro. Like, if you go back, there's multiple games you could go back to where, like, multiple games you go back to where Z is just, he's been the best player. Any given night, Zion could be the best player on the floor. That's a real thing. I don't think Queen as a rookie is there. Like, even Z as a rookie, you saw some of that. And that's not the diminish Queen, but not that. And again, Queen is a really good player, but dog, like, again, they say like Z was generational. Like, Z was the next best thing since LeBron. And like, no, again, I like to think about it in the sense of like, it's great to have both, which is why I don't want to trade them. Personally, I think having a player like Queen preserves Queen and Fears and Poole to a degree, Trey and his emergence. I think those kinds of players preserve Zion. And then, like, when he needs to turn it on, you know what I mean? Not saying that he's not going to play hard and stuff like that, but like, look at this dude. New Orleans ball. Fine. Look at us getting a hustle play. Getting a hustle play. I wonder why Borrego. That's my question about Borrego lineup. Sometimes is like, why he goes with taking all three of the best players off the court. Technically four, because Fear's not out there either. But he takes all of them off the court at the same time. He finally brought Z back. I'm not saying he's trash or nothing. It's just the reality. He was a good player on a bad team. Let's be real. His injuries all the time. Not trade him, but to me, he shouldn't be the franchise player. I disagree. So, like, my offensive 3 seconds. Thank you. Whoa. Yeah, dog. Yeah, we locked in for the game. I ain't been able to do I ain't been able to pod as much as I like to. So I'm in here for the game, bro. I'm in here for the game. And in reality, he's a good player on a bad team. What you mean a good player on a bad team? If you remember, they were constantly trending up. They weren't really a bad team until last season, and he missed most of that season anyway. But like if you remember, like the seasons he played, like his rookie year, he missed most of it, but the team was already bad, and then it was a lot of bad people around him, and he get hurt every time. Say, bro, some people deal with injuries. Shoot, some people deal with injuries. He's year 7. What's his playoff stats? Say, bro, some people ain't even have opportunities to make the playoffs. Like again, there's a lot that you could criticize about Z. Z's not like the perfect player by no means. You know, again, if you hear my opinion on the entire Zion era, like from day one, I feel like the team made it, but he didn't. So in the 49 win season, they don't make it without him. The last time they made the playoffs, the man played 70 games. Like you can't discredit the 70 games that he played. And then in the one of the years they made the play-in when he played 29 games, had him as the 29 games, had him as the 1 seed before they blew that and ended up losing in the play-in. It happens. It happens, though. Again, if you carrying, like, not saying that you shouldn't be able to carry, but like this dude do a lot for this team. Yes.
My red and yellow and the white and the white was red and yellow in your car. And what is?
Oh, the car's in the car?
No.
The truck?
Yeah.
Is in the truck?
Yeah.
Okay, go downstairs. We'll go get it in a little bit. My bad, dog. Listen, the wife out, so it's just me and it's me and the boys. It's me and the boys. So like we still here. But like, so like kind of back to the Z point. Well, like he always get hurt. Yeah, he always get hurt. But like if you think about everything that he has, and again, he's a professional athlete. Like I ain't making no excuses about him taking care of himself and all of that, right? But when one last thing, because I roll with Z and you might be my people with the last name Davis. Another thing, because I roll with Z, you might be my people with the last name Davis. What you mean? Where you from? Where you from? You know, all them Davises probably know each other. We might be cousins somewhere. I'm out the 337. I know I'm 504 through and through. Now, if you got people out that way, possibly. Like Klay Thompson hitting threes. That's all right. We got, but again, man, Z is with Queen off the floor. You can still play. Oh, Queen back out there. Look, lives to Z. Play the two together. Play the two together. My bad, Kurt. Hold on. Oh yeah, Missy need to get DQ this offseason. Get with DQ this offseason. Get the IQ and hand-eye coordination. Bro, I really believe that him not being healthy this offseason like hindered all of this that you're talking about. Now, this is the problem that the Pelicans have had historically. Not historically, but like, well, yeah, historically. They're starting to ramp up the pressure a little bit. You got to be able to respond. Good 3 by Hawkins. Hawkins like found a little rhythm in that last game with some of his middies. Hopefully he could come alive with his 3-pointer. You know what I'm saying? I think DQ makes Zion a better player. I agree. I think Zion also makes DQ a better player. Like, I think like when Joe Dumars drafted him, and if you listen to what he said, his word was Zion being the only player that could create is like a tough way to live in the league, and it is. So now you bring in a player like DQ, Spears, Poole, right? Murray, whenever or if ever he comes back, that's a lot of people that like can have the ball other than Zion. So now like Zion don't have to work as hard. Look at Clay getting rolling on our stupid asses. Clay been struggling and he like, bruh, the Pelicans lately been just like a fixer for people that's been struggling with their offense. Don't shoot that. There you go. Run some offense. Good to bad cut. Bruh, catch the ball. Bruh, catch the ball. I hate that we just don't just cleanly. Five talked about this, man. We don't cleanly catch the ball. Absolutely. He got the gift. I will say this. He got the gift. And Z's a really good passer, too. Oh, just stepping out of, like, we make some of the most, to me, some of the most annoying mistakes. Like, we have turnovers like those, stepping out of bounds, ball hits you in the hands, and like they lose it when the ball hits you in your hands. Good defense. Oh! Man, this man can't just dive it. Good job running at him, Jose, at least. Good job running at him, bro. And that's why you have him. That's why you have him. They having both of them, and that's why I've always been like, you can start Queen. Like, you can start Queen. Bro, Zion, they be having Zion playing the five like most is. That's another thing, too, that we've been talking about. Like, good pass. Swing. Good ball movement. Z getting boards. Bro, look how athletic that dude is. Wide open shot. Second chance shots. Good job. Move exactly. Pass the ball. Stop the one ball shot. The one pass shot. Hey, y'all go downstairs. I'm going to go get it. When it's going commercial, I'm going to go get it. Bro, as long as you got the jersey on, you good. But look how much, bro, Fear's been sitting for a little while too. That map, there you go. Spoke him into existence. They are just so much more dynamic, Queen and One. Like, they just so much more dynamic when you got this amount of playmakers on the floor. And you actually run a real offense that's got some motion to it. When you got some motion to it, like you got somebody that's reading, making passes, everything ain't gotta be, again, like think about this. This is the part that's like important. Like, we have a team of players. Well, really only two players really can pass. Queen and Z. The only two players that's like really good passers on the team. He a good player, dog. He a good player. That's why they made the move. I wait till he get in shape. Like, I'm talking about real shape. Get the NBA body. You know what I mean? Get the NBA body. Good drive. Got to grab the rebound. Finally, huh? Bro, listen. And this team is not a good team. The Mavericks are not a good team. You should be in control most of this game with who you have available. Good pass. See, like, Queen on that drive getting stripped. Like, you can't afford for that kind of stuff to happen. Jose can pass and facilitate. Yeah, but like at a very minimal level. Like, Jose not no elite passer or nothing like that. Like, he's not no elite passer and stuff. He can do enough of like what a backup point guard could do. Miscommunication, bro. Look, good timeout. Hey man, them boys might make a push plus Z extra motivated. You can see, and look, bro, you know what I like? As soon as Queen walk off the court, they show DeAndre Jordan talking to him, like kind of getting his mind right. Z not on the floor right now, but dog, when Poole come, bro, we are running like really limited lineups with a really limited roster. Imagine when Poole come back. People be forgetting Poole was averaging damn near 20 before he went out. Like getting Z back is like 25 a game. Getting Poole back, that's 20 a game. That's 40. That's 45 points on top of what Queen has been producing now that he's in the lineup. Like you actually might be able to threaten some teams. You know what I mean? You're not struggling to score points, which is why I think you should lean into the offense. Y'all, I'll be right back. You heard him come up here and ask me to go get that car. I'll be right back, y'all. Hold on, I'll be right back. Appreciate y'all patience, man, and the brief interruption. Hand up on them father dudes. My wife had 4. Keep it real. I think Poole should start over Fizz. I do think Poole should start because, like, the shooting and off-ball playmaking and the fact that he could, like, play make with the ball in his hands, I just think it opens up more for the offense. And I think our second unit, like, it'll allow Fizz to be more in control. Like, it'll allow him to be more. Good fucking putback, boy. Good putback, DQ. That dude's so strong, bro. Like, listen, I'm not fighting you on DQ being the 2 players I wanted going into the draft was Queen and Fizz, and I was torn because I thought we was gonna have to take one. So being able to get both, good pass. A pass. So, like, if you see how Fizz is playing with this lineup right now, like kind of in transition, got the ball in his hand, because, like, I think he can do that more with the second unit. Be like more of the lead guard that they kind of want to build him in to be. But that's a tough pass. A good catch, Jose. That's a tough layup. Bro, anytime a Pelican hit the ground, I'll be nervous. I'll be nervous that that they might not get up. The ball movement has been really good tonight. Absolutely. That's how you have to play. Like, don't fall into the trap of, like, just because off one pass you hit a shot, that's the way to play. No, because one, in my opinion, if you start missing those shots, at some point you'll start missing those. But, like, you're not making the defense work at all. Like, you're not putting no real pressure on the defense. You're not making them You're not making them think. You're not making them switch. They not moving from side to side. Go downstairs. If y'all come up here, you're going to bed. We parent at all times. But like the ball movement aspect of it, like you have to have, and like if you notice, the good thing about having ISO players, right? I don't think they really, not these particular players, I don't think they really want to be ISO players. It's nice when you have it in your game, but it's tough to really live on that the whole time. Think about Fizz speed and tennis. You take Z out and Fizz for subs and keep Queen and Poole and Trey. So initially, I would play Fizz with Poole. Like Herb would be the one that go to the bench for me. But if we talking specifically Poole for Fizz, I'm playing Poole first over Fizz. So like my thought is like you said, when Z sub out, right, you come in with Fizz, or when like if Poole sub out, you come in with Fizz, and you always got that dynamic threat on the floor. Like when Trey getting in trouble with the over dribbling, bro, you got to stop the over dribbling. To me, they got it rolling right now. They got it rolling right now. Sadiq Bey getting back in the form. Cooper made a tough shot. Good dunk. Good job. Bro, DQ could play so many different kinds of ways. And you know what I like too? He's communicating on what it is he wants them to do. Right? Like after players, or sometimes when he got the ball, Trey can't dribble. Bro, listen, he put in a lot of work in the offseason to work on his ball handle because he's gonna need it. That's a tough play right now. Like Jeremiah Fizz don't have to do that. Like you don't have to weave through the defense and do all of that. Like, bro, just settle down, run the offense, get it to Q. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a tough, that's a tough play that you don't really need to make right now. Bro, listen, no cap, he gonna be on triple double watch all the time. All the time, because he's a really good rebounder. He scores, and the way they run the offense, he's gonna get his assists. We gotta stay locked in defensively too. Gotta stay locked in defensively. He's much better defensively. Like I think we see it both ways because Poole might not start first game back. Maybe not. But I think if Poole don't start the first game back, then I think that's a sign that he's not gonna be starting. Like I don't think JB gonna waste time, bro. Why are y'all in a rush, dog? Like why are you in a rush? Like that's how y'all getting y'all. So to me, still need some strength shoes. Absolutely gotta say, bro. I don't know how much you're gonna get that vertical up, but the problem is when you start feeling good, like the Pels be forgetting that they not a good team right now, right? So then they get to getting out, they taking quick shots. It's like, dog, no, we need to be as disciplined as possible. Run the offense. Make sure you get a good look. You ain't got time to be like weaving through the defense, shooting contested shots. Make sure you I think we need to emphasize valuing every possession. Valuing every possession. But look, then you come back. Now you can sit DQ down and you can play through Z. And you know Z dominant. No. Fizz is able to get this lay because when he come off the screen with Zion, who you got to look at? Z. I can't let him, bro. You got to take those. come off the screen, wait, help, stay. Good play, good finish. Good finish. Bro, I don't know why they didn't fire this man. I don't know why they didn't fire this man from the beginning, bro. Because, see, even the one pass shot is not a good, that's not a good play. Like, that's not, and then it's not like it's Trey shooting it. Even when Trey shoot it, sometimes I hate it. But like one pass and a kick to Herb, like a one pass to Herb and Herb shoot that three is bad. All like teams will live with that. Like you just can't do it. Like unless it's a layup, bro. Like swing the ball. Unless it's a layup, swing the ball. It make me mad every time. Good rebound. By All-Star game, you will agree that DQ is our franchise player. I think it's not that DQ not a franchise player. I just think so. Like, what you mean, like franchise player or like face of the franchise? Stop over dribbling. Like, well, you know what? I'm willing to, and also, like, real quick before we address this, we talk about like Fizz and the difference between like Fizz and Poole. Fizz being a rookie, I know he's gonna make mistakes, which I could live with him making mistakes, no doubt. Like that's part of the game. But like, I prefer him like have his opportunities to make mistakes against like other second units. Good shot, boy. Listen, now we got 3 minutes left in the third. You've been up all game. You got to close the quarter out strong. That's one of the things we struggle with. Fast starts, closing quarters, the third quarter. That's a tough shot, Eves. That's a tough shot. Kick, rebound, the box out. No. Stop throwing lobs. Stop throwing lobs. You see what I'm talking about with the lob? Like, look at when Queen throw the lob and look at when Herb throw the lob. Like, the defense is back, somewhat settled. They looking at you, like looking around. You trying to throw the lob. No. Like, y'all not even moving with enough pace to, like, draw the man. Bro, why you acting like you already don't know what time it is when them Cougars come into town? When them Cougars play, bro, is belt. All belt. Shout out the car, man. Second to none. Hand-eye coordination and chemistry. Yeah, but like it's also timing. Like there's a time and place for certain things, right? Like we gotta understand. Think about the continuity for Poole. Poole is just a rental. Maybe. I'm not saying that you gotta. At best, like I said, I would start Fizz with Poole, because I'm still trying to win games. Like if I'm Borrego, like I think Fizz can develop more off of the bench. And I still, if you remember in the preseason games and like the first couple games, Fizz was still playing like with the starters. Like you can still play him with the starters. I just don't think he needs to actually start games. I think you put yourself somewhat while he has advantages to playing, like he could play, make, create, get to the rim, like he's a downhill threat. But at the same time, it's like, dog, like he has to somewhat minimize himself to a degree, or we need him to minimize himself when you in the lineup with the starting unit. So I just think you'll be able to get more out of him and the team if you put him off the bench. With Poole, for example, Poole is more naturally a catch and shoot player, or he more naturally breaks down the defense and can pass and finish and stuff like that. He's just further along in his development. So I think imagine what that could look like, because you got to think about Poole. Think about this for Poole. When Poole was in Golden State, he did a lot of the stuff that a lot of the stuff that Steph did, a lot of the stuff that Clay did. We don't have nobody like Hawkins kind of, was supposed to be some of that, right? But Poole really did that at a higher level. Like you would be able to implement some of that into the lineup now with Jordan Poole. And I think that would just open up the offense, just a lot more. Like, especially if you playing through Queen also with Zion and Trey's gravity. Like, and you imagine having Poole running around out there causing confusion, back cuts, lobs, how many open threes you would create. You would have two real shooters shooting threats, because while Fizz and Herb hit from time to time, nobody really counts them as like shooting threats. So I just think having Poole out there with the starters would be more beneficial. Bro, what is dog? Why would you force that pass? Bro, Herb, Jesus. And then they come down and hit the three. Then they come down and hit the three. Come on, let's go be the answer. Herb again. There you go. Pass the ball. Z. I just Poole takes a lot of wild shots. Yeah, Fizz takes some wild shots too. But again, sometimes that's part of your game, because you gotta understand Poole capable of going for 30 or 40 too. Like that's just sometimes that's part of what come with it. Bro, Herb be doing too much, dog. I'm telling you. Like you said, Herb be doing too much. Little short runner missed it. And again, I just think we can maximize Herb off the bench. Like he would be able to create more. We could look for some of his offense off the bench. Opening up the game, bro. Opening up his game. You remember that's the same mid he hit against Wemby for the game winner. Good job. Look at the balance of the scoring. Good job. Slow it down. Like, Fizz is significantly better than Jose, bro. Like, in my opinion. I don't even think it's an opinion at this point. Like, Fizz speed, athleticism, handle, the way he gets and finishes at the rim, dunks, he's just a better player. Ain't nothing wrong with that. He should be. That's why he was a lottery pick, and Jose went undrafted. Oh, bruh. When we get to the point where they'll learn to control the flow of the game, that's when we'll see this team also take a step. I'm just happy going into the half, like settling down, getting the lead at the half. But you got to think about it. Like, there's been moments in this game where like the initial offense might not be there, and you still got time on the clock, and instead of like pulling it out and being like, hold on, look, let's run a play, let's get into a set, right? Poole is a microwave player. He's better for the bench. And yeah, this is only about the swap out between Poole and Fizz. Yeah, he a microwave, but I think he's more stable than you giving him credit for. I think he's a more consistent player. He's just a better player than Fizz right now. And I think he's more consistent than Fizz right now. So like, I personally think if you have him in the lineup, like you make the lives of every other player on the floor easier. Like when you think about it from what they have to do on the court, like I'd rather not have to work as hard. And like, I just think with Fears as opposed to Poole specifically, you just got to work a little harder. That's a good move. Good move, didn't finish. Get a stop. Good contest. Good contest, man. Good contest. Good job. There you go, man. Just sometimes you just need to settle down and run something. And I'm not saying you got to run offense throughout the entire game. This has been a good first half by them. It's been a good first half by them. Make your free throws. Trey, one of the best free throw shooters in the league. Make your free throws. Finally starting to compete on defense. Bruh, the biggest problem is getting back in transition. Get back in transition and close out on shooters. And again, I'm not trying to get too. He rotating. I ain't gonna lie. Borrego rotating the piss out these players, boy. Jesus, Trey. Free throws, man. Gotta make your free throws. Good job. You got the next one. Let's see. They hit more threes than us. They done got more of them up than us, but that's fine. We got more shot attempts overall. Shooting 50% from the field. .73 from the free throw line. Pels get a terrible whistle. Oh, that's a foul. Mm-hmm. Well, what would the team be? Well, what would the team as a whole be missing from both perspectives in Poole? To be honest, I think Poole can give you everything that Fears could give you and more. I just don't think Fears is at a point in his career where he could give you what Poole could give you. Good half, 63-49, up at the half. Finally got a good offensive and defensive half. Who was the best draft pick out there tonight? Man, it's tough, bro. Cooper in a tough situation, but Queen, no doubt, bro. Queen to me, when I looked at the draft and everything from watching Queen offensively, I had Queen rated as one of the top 5 in the draft, in my opinion. There's a couple players I'm gonna say I was wrong about. I didn't think VJ would look this good. VJ looks phenomenal. I didn't know what Khan would look like. Khan has been really good. That's not to say that they've looked better than Queen. Dylan has been okay. He's dealt with some injuries. Fears has been good, but I think Queen has been a little bit better. But Fears has been consistent. Fears has been consistent. Queen his game is just so like fluid, I guess. You know what I mean? Like you can't speed him up in his skill set with the passing and the size and the handle. It's tough to match up with. Like Cooper realistically is like a more athletic player. His game isn't as make everybody better like Queen's is. Bro, that dude's gonna be really good. He's gonna be really good for sure. But with him being really good, that don't mean I want to get rid of all of the other good pieces. I want to give him a good coach and keep the other good pieces and add to that. Right? Like that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be adding talent. And I just really believe that, like, for example, I think Zion and BI was never able to really coexist. So I think like you never saw them have the kind of cohesion that you see out of Queen and Z. Right? And that's no shade to either one of them. I just think they play too much in the same space without necessarily being able to. Again, it could have been coaching too, to be honest. It could have been Willie. Like I don't want to like take away from what like their talent, because it could have been Willie just really didn't put them in a good enough position to play well together. But based off the history that we saw, it just wasn't a good fit. And Queen, the way that he plays, like just not just with Z, but like look how he looks with Trey. Right? Like he makes the game easier for everybody. And you need players like that. And again, when like you finally have a situation where like when Z is on the floor, like you don't have to run everything through Zion, but he could still be the force that he is. Let's see. Herb with 5, 2 for 6. Z 4 for 5. Trey 4 for 6. Queen 3 for 6. Fizz 5 for 6. 3 for 3 from 3. Fizz is having a really good game. Missy 1 for 3. Jose 1 for 2, 8 minutes. Sadiq Bey 2 for 6, 0 for 2 from 3. Hawkins hit a 3, that 1 for 4. Bro, he just be in some tough situations too. I like Queen. I didn't scout him, but you pleasantly surprised, bro. Queen was, if you went back and watched, and shout out to who did No Ceilings. I think it was No Ceilings that does the draft videos and everything on all of the prospects. Bro, when you go back and watch Queen offensive tape, like watch it, they do more than just the offense, but like if you watch him offensively, man, that dude just like you really could see how, especially with how Joker and Sengun and how all of the Sabonis and how all of those players fit in, like you could easily see how Queen was gonna like work in the league. Bro, I just get mad that Willie really said we couldn't find minutes for him. Like, you know, with Looney coming back, you can't find minutes. Bro. But we in a good position at half. You up? Now here's another test, but this is a bad team, right? This is a bad team. Even if they come out and get on some sort of a run, you should be more equipped to handle this particular team, right? In the third. You know it's something you need to work on, right? You got more of your players back. You got more continuity. Come on in the third to put this team away, bro. Put this team away so you can rest up, get ready for Atlanta, and you cruising in the fourth. You cruising in the fourth. I think the first like 3 to 5 minutes gonna tell us everything we need to know about this game. Like the rest of the way. Same, I didn't know Queen like that, but the eye test, more efficient for the team. Zion sacrificing his body every play, hoping the team hit three. DQ is the maestro. Bro, like in you like having Queen allows you to play. And you know what the good thing is that Queen don't have to play, like he don't speed up your offense. Right? Like he's not one of those kinds of players where you have to play fast even though you playing through him. You know what I mean? Like if, for example, like I feel like if you play through Fears right now, and because Fears is a young point guard, like it's tough. But like if you were to be playing through Fizz, like you probably running a lot of pick and roll. He's a high motor player. Like a lot of his stuff is like speed to the rim, transition, like driving kicks and all of that. Queen is not like that. Queen is like water, dog. You get him the ball, he holds it. I see him cutting. This guy, like, he probably knows the offense. This guy should be here now. Or he's too small, soft touches on his passes. Just a really good hub. And again, like he's not the handle is also so good, because what people will do with players like that is they press up on them, right? And they don't have the handle to get by you or break you off, you know what I mean? Or break you off something for disrespecting me like that. So that's another benefit about Queen game. Like the handle is real. And if I catch you lacking, that's a bucket, right? So, and he got like a little jumper right now. You know what I mean? He been hitting his mid-range a little bit. Bruh, man, good opportunity here. Hold on, y'all. I gotta go downstairs real quick. My son just said he spilled some water. I'll be right back. We still on halftime break. We on intermission. If you haven't, man, hit the like button and subscribe. We got plenty of videos y'all go check out about this season and stuff like that. I'm live all the time, bro. So make sure y'all tap in for sure. But give me like 5. I'll be right back. We go ahead and get ready to start the second half. Appreciate y'all. Where we at? Let me see if I missed some of these. Whoa, what's good, D boy? Appreciate y'all. Is Queen still not worth the picks? I mean, to be honest, that's all on how you feel. Right? I agree with Joe's line of thinking in a sense of like, I ain't gonna say I agree with. I'm gonna say I understand. Like, dog, I think that dude like can be a cornerstone player for us, right? If that's what it took to get him now, then that's just what it took. Now, for me, like, I still need y'all to make sure the pick, because right now we got awful and the pick will be like top in the lottery, right? But if you can get yourself in a situation where that pick is like 14, I'm not tripping. If it's 14, I'm not tripping. Right? Like it would have been nice to have it, but if that's where it is, then you ain't mad. You just you took a loan out. You know what I mean? You got access to it early. And it's a year going into next year, he'll be a year more developed than whatever pick you would have had. That's what I'm saying. This dude a dog for real. Bruh, he is. It's on a Buku film breakdown. Dude is a monster. He put together the offense. Bruh, they did a great breakdown. Watch who hold on, because now I gotta look it up. Is it Hoops Heights? Who does the college breakdown? Because if you watch him and Fizz tape, bro, both of their college tape, you was just like, I don't know which one I'm gonna draft. Both of them are really, really good. I think it's No Ceilings is the name of the place that do it. He's on 20. Obviously, Dumars and the coach believe in him, so sky's the limit. Yeah. Yeah. And look, the benefit that I think this team will have is that like it appears that Troy Weaver has a really good eye for talent, right? If you look at some of the moves he made in Detroit, like the drafts and stuff, the guy can draft talent. He was one of the people who helped find Russell Westbrook and did some of that drafting in OKC. He was under Sam Presti. So obviously he has an eye for talent. And he was adamant, like, hey, Queen's the guy. Like we love, I think it was a sense of like Joe probably loved Fierce and Troy loved Queen. And they was like, listen, we got to get both. And they found a way to get both. And you might end up in a situation where, not saying that some people won't be happy with their draft picks, but you ended up with 2 lottery picks. And Queen got like the kind of game and impact right now, like the skill set and his impact on the game is top 5 type impact. Like he's making it, bro. He's making it to where he's beneficial and he's saving he's saving time and energy and stress and wear and tear on other players. And they already have some pieces to where like he is more well surrounded than Zion was, to be honest, and that's who they should have been building around all these years. Like this is a better way of surrounding him. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Third quarters. Let's get it together. Good pass. Give me that shit. It bucket. Timeout. Bro, listen, if they get on too much of a run, I'm stopping this early. Oh, good foul. Thank you. Thank you. I think Z liked Queen too. So it seemed like he's more willing to play with. And I don't know if play with Queen is necessarily what I mean, but like he's more like he seems more confident in Queen. Yeah, for sure, bro. The draft is rigged. Draft for sure rigged. We seen that. 9 points, 8 assists. Make your free throws, man. There you go. Make your free throws. Come on. Jesus, bro. Third quarters. I don't know what it is about the third, man. No. Good move. Good move. Trying to keep my phone up so I can keep an idea what these stats got going on. Bro, look at Z almost stealing that out of there. We got 32 points in the paint. That's crazy. Well, it's actually not crazy because we're not a great three-point shooting team. So if you're not a great three-point shooting team, that's what you got to do. You got to dominate inside. Jesus, putbacks. Walking you down. Good finish. Walking us down. Bruh. Why, again, I asked this question about Herb. Max Christie, since the third quarter started. Then it what? 3 threes? 1, 2, 3. At what point, like, you got the defender out there? I got the guy that know we need to not let him. Look, he can't get no more shots. All right, he done hit 2 of them. Like, that's why I'm like, man, go with the offense. Go with the offense. Good timeout. I feel like you should have took the timeout a little sooner, personally. After this, I ain't gonna lie, I'd have took. I'm a notorious. I'd be notorious for taking timeouts. I'd have took it after the second possession. Hey, bro, they scoring a little too easy now. Let's go. Let's lock in. I know we just talked about it at the half. Come on, y'all know, like, y'all know we don't do well with these third quarters. Let's go. Let's lock in. Sure enough, 3, come off 3, like wide open threes at that. Like, what are we doing? Find the shooter. His nickname Big Easy. He would be our franchise players. Watch it. Mark my words. Maybe. But again, I'm not mad. I think him, bro. I also think, like, while Queen is awesome, I think he's further along in his development. Jeremiah Fizz is gonna be the franchise guy. Like, Jeremiah Fizz, like, his game. Y'all see how Maxey look right now? Like, just how easy it's coming to him. How he like, I think Fear's got like some of that. Like, can look like some of that in a year or two. And not saying that Queen won't be Queen, but I think Jeremiah's game, by the time he 2021, gonna be something serious, bro. You ain't gonna be able to stay in front of him. He gonna get to the rim at will. He already got like the handle. And then he played like a bully-like style. Wait till he start throwing his shoulder into people, finishing at the rim, crossing people, get a feel for the game, for the passing. And if he get the three-pointer, like, he's already starting to hit it a little more consistently. He gets that, like, that's going to be okay. Excuse me. Come on, man. 69-62. 9:34 left. Good job. Good play call. And that's the good thing about having Z and Queen on the floor. You could run like Queen is a hub, but you still could run the offense through Queen. Good free throw, Trey. Knock it down. Let's go. Let's get it back into it. See, that's what Zion gets people to do. Like you got Zion in the ISO. You gotta keep two on him, like one on him, one in the paint, or else it's a bucket. And then you gotta have the help man getting ready to help. Lazy pass. Lazy pass. He thought he was gonna sneak it in there. Oh, look at that. The transition foul is a real foul. I thought that was a 2K foul. Bro, gotta lock in. Nets upset the Celtics. Nick Claxton records a triple-double. Jesus. Damn, that's Jokic and Maxey on the same team. Exactly. Exactly. The future is bright. Bruh, and you could still have Zion. You can have Zion. He here for two. He still got 2 seasons. Like he signed for 3 more years. Well, this year and 2 seasons after that. And Trey is signed. Good job, Fizz. On the break. Too much speed. Too much speed. There you go, bro. Oh, that's a foul. Good job. Good job. Aggressive on the defensive end. If it was y'all, and this I'm just asking this question, right? Let's say you keeping Fears, obviously, Fears, Queen, Z, and Trey. What pieces would y'all like to put around them? Like, what pieces would you put around them? Like, just around the league. I don't care, like, who it is, how ridiculous it might be. What players do you think would fit best around those 4 players? I'm interested to see what people think. Because I've been like sitting there really trying to think about it. Because initially I was like, man, we could use this a bonus. Right? And not that you can't use a bonus, because that's just another player that you could play through, dynamic, damn near triple double threat, stuff like that. But like, I don't want to take the ball out of Queen's hands. Right? They're walking you down. They're walking you down. Five-point game. Bro, you got to stop forcing the play. Just keep running the offense. Stop forcing the play. Cooper Flag with a good bucket. Like, if it's not there immediately, just go to the next action. Timeout. Timeout. Now, teams go on runs. But that's just bad shots. Like Trey off the screen going to his left. Not that he can't make it, but like teams have momentum. Like that's not a good shot. Walk you down. You got to remain steady. Z, Trey, Queen, Fears. That's your 4 that, let's say you keeping those 4 to build around. What players would you put around them? And like, not Joker, obviously, but like what players or type of players that you think would fit around those 4 to maximize? You could get another, let's say, because the reason I look at it that way, because if Zion and Trey's on this team, they're gonna be starting. Fears and Queen already starting, and by next year, no matter what happened, they for sure gonna be starting. right? So that's your 4. You could get one more starter and 2 bench players. One more starter and 2 bench players. I don't care how you do it, how you want to fill out the roster. But like what other 3 players do you think you will put around them to have like a solid, 7-man rotation or something like that? And if you want to keep Herb, you can keep Herb. I'm not mad at it. It's like it would be your decision on who y'all will want. But I've been sitting there trying to think like what would be ideal around them, right? Like you could see the need for like a Laurie, right? Like marketing a 7-foot spacer, rebound, run the floor. But Laurie plays more like a wing. He's like a Franz. And then like you think just like if you need like a big like a Kelly Oubre, man, give me bro. Kelly old at this point, bro. Stop going with the homer. They got better players you could pick than Kelly Oubre. Now, if you really want Kelly Oubre, you can lock it in. But I don't know, dog. 14-point lead, cut to 2. Cut to 2 in like, what is this, 5 minutes? To me, you get a Jared Allen like center, or inverse Brooke Lopez like center, and another wing like a Jalen Williams too. See, I could see that. Like if you had Jared Allen like a legit rim defender, rim athletic center, tall, a true 7-footer, strong, really could protect the rim. And he scores from time to like Jared Allen can get you buckets. But people be talking about Jared Allen soft. But like, look, we just trying to get into the playoffs for right now. So look, they go on the run, and then you gotta see. This is the only thing I don't like about when teams like where we at sometimes. That's good defense. That's tough. That's great defense. When teams go on the run, that's when I'll be like, man, can we leave our starters out there a little longer to try to sustain this? Right at him. Right at him. Nick Claxton. Nick Claxton wouldn't be a bad one. Look at her doing too much again. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Him and Jose. Pull it out. Like that's a momentum changing play. Like, bro, if it's not there immediately, just pull it out and run the offense. Knock down. Oh, he ain't shoot it. Good defense, Herb. Nick Claxton. I can see Nick Claxton. I mean, him and Jared Allen are like similar builds to a degree. Both of them are at the point where they can score, play above the rim. Gotta sustain. I like that they like Queen being young. He gets like a bunch of minutes. Good fucking move, boy. Good move, DQ. There you go. You gotta sustain. Now they didn't went on a run. Go on your own run to close out the third. You can still salvage the third quarter. You can still salvage the third quarter. Thankfully, they didn't call that push off. Like to be y'all. Herb, appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate you for tapping in again, man. Hit the like. Dog, listen. Chaz be calling it with her, and it's just kind of like, bruh, just to me, how I look at it, her is supposed to be the high IQ player on the court. So he should be at times, and he's not a point guard, right? But at times he should be able to like just pull it out and be like, hey man, run the offense. You know what I mean? No, let's set something up and get a good shot. Get to the point guard, tell him, you know what I mean? Hey, get into the set, man. Like, be the veteran on the court, right? Like, you already have a young guard, and that's, to me, that's what they say that Herb's supposed to be for. You're talking, no way Herb should be shooting anyone else but you, unless it's a wide open layup, bro. Unless it's a wide open layup, don't take it. Badbury Cousin. I mean, he telegraphs all his fast break moves, like the lob earlier. Like, once it's dead early, pull it back. DQ 14, 9, and 5. That's gonna be nightly. Cooper Flag with the bucket. Right now, they outscoring us 23-11 in the third. And one. Outscoring you 24-11 in the third. Like, you just can't get out. You can't get almost. You already doubled up. You can't let them triple you in the third. Like, all of the good graces, you built in the first half, you throwing it away. You package Herb Jose, throwing a pick in your second choice. What could we get? Man, look, I don't know necessarily. Jose was, and this is where like I want like Poole on the floor or something like that. And granted, I get it. He's not here right now. Don't lead. Jesus, bro. Tough shot. No pass. Remember, we talked about that one a no pass shot. Can't do it. Ball got injured. They come back at you. 3. Timeout. Bruh. Come on, dog. Run the offense. Pass the ball. More movement. And look, this is the problem of what I see what they do in the third. When teams start getting on their run, they lean into the ISO ball, right? Like, they get away from running the offense. It's like you start getting into the hero ball, but then you getting out hustled. You know what I mean? Good pass, boy. Good finish, Trey. Play some damn defense. DQ nasty, dog. But you still got to settle down. You still got to settle down. Good steal. Good job. Make your free throws. You got to be able to survive, bro. They outscoring you 29-14 in the third right now. Bro, in and out on the break, in and out, crossover, behind the back dime is nasty. In and out crossover, behind the back dime is crazy. Crazy. Come on, bro. Salvage the rest of the third. Salvage the rest of the third. I wonder when we get to the point of like, say, dog, you playing 38 minutes. Like, I know they done it already. Good floater. Oh, good lob. Good lob. Dog, And this is the part about like our team. Like teams that shouldn't have hope, right? Like when you up like this, you got to put those teams away. And now you got people out there. Look, you got Jose, PV, Missy, Bay, Trey. Who's the creator? Who's the creator? And Jose Small. Like that's a good, like you could get a good look. You damn near get a good look anytime you want to. Ooh. And now you taking Trey out for Huck. Yeah. It's not that they don't need to touch it on offense. You just gotta put them like when things get tight, they go away from what is working on the like they go away from like running the offense. Yeah. I mean, listen, when Poole come back again, you're gonna have some help with some of this. You're gonna have some help with some of this. This one, number one need to show why he number one. Oh, fucking rebound. Turnover, thank you. This one, number one, need to show why you number one, bro. Moments like these. Close out this quarter. That, there you get in. Too small. Shoot that little jumper, dog. Shoot that little jumper. Locked in. But look who else is out there, though. Like, even though you got Z out there, but look what else is out there. Absolutely need a bigger guard. That's a foul. That's online. Come on, man. Salvage the half. Try and go into the fourth with a lead. Free throws. This is where like you talk about needing a bigger guard. Having DeJounte helps. Having Poole helps. Like you limited when you get down the line. Hopefully, what happens is you go into the fourth quarter with the game close, right? Close and or with a lead, and then when it's time to close the game, your starters play better than their starters, and you win. Like all things being even, you got the better lineup right now. You should be able to close this game out if you do what you're supposed to do. Good job. Bro, you cannot give up. Oh my gosh. Good screen and roll. No, you got to worry about Z in any pick and roll. Najee, tearing their asses up. Look at Najee out there tearing their asses up. I don't think he not being aggressive. I don't think they like he ain't really touching the ball like that. To be honest, the ball more moving around. Like the ball more moving around and whatnot. These minutes right here, he need to be aggressive though, for sure. Like you the best player. They made their run, cut into it. These are the moments where you got to be like, all right, dog, I got it. I got it. Settle them down. Get them the lead back. There you go. Make both of your free throws. There you go. Like this what you need. I mean, I'm not even really too mad about it. They was up 14. So, and you know Z kind of just go with how the game going. Oh my gosh, bro. Like all these weak ass foul calls. Free throws, boards. Bro, finish the third. Finish the third. Oh, they got the other team. He too small. I don't think you gotta. Bro, Jose is not supposed to be playing as many minutes as he plays. Like Jose is a utility piece. Free throws. This is what number one's supposed to be doing. Game that got close, come down, into the quarter, get fouled, get a bucket. And he's not even making his threes no more. Say, bro, I don't know. I lean back that he's not supposed to be playing as much. Got to make your free throw. Miss both of them. Jesus. Got to make your free throws. Look at the Pelicans leading in free throw attempts. Got to make them. Oh, they wouldn't be playing the pool and DJ was healthy. Exactly. All you can ask for, man, is to come down with this game. And you're going into the fourth quarter with your starters getting ready to play. And you should be better than them. You should be better than them. And then you close out the game. Oh my god. Man, that's a bad foul call. To me, it's something about those Sadiq subs that initially start off rough. Jose weak with a PNR a lot of times. He can't really beat his man off the first step. Exactly. That's also why I'm playing Fears off the bench. Why the fuck you keep passing the ball to Hawkins? That's a weak over the back call that lead the free throws. The third quarter strikes again. 36-21 in the third. Outscored 36-21 in the third. Like if it's me, I'm shortening the rotation in the third, to be honest. Like Fizz is young enough to where I'm probably playing like Fizz most of the third. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Foul. Make your free throws. Oh my gosh, bro. Can't make free throws. Bruh. Come on. Don't wait till you get down the stretch to just start missing all of your free throws. But two bad teams, right? This is what happens. 85-85 going into the fourth quarter. That's all you can ask for. You had an opportunity to have a lead. You threw that away. Hopefully, what happened is hopefully what happened is they used up a lot of energy getting back into the game and don't close it strong. 0-0. Whoever won the quarter win the game. Be smart. Go back to running the offense. They get into trouble where they just, it's like discipline stuff. Like when Max Christie was hitting those threes, like, bro, you gotta, once he hit the first two, like, don't let him go. Like, don't. And I know it probably sounds easier than it, like, sounds easier than it looks. But you the professional. Now, see, look, with the argument we having, you should have been saying Queen taking over. That's how you know it's Z team. The responsibility is gonna be on Z until Z not on the team, though. So I'm all for Z got to take over. You the best player, right? You still the guy. They can help you for sure. Like, I still think you run the offense through. I would start the fourth off running the offense through Queen initially and see how it goes. But I wouldn't do it too long, to be honest. I start like maybe the first 2 minutes. First 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, running it through Queen, see if we get back to our motion, right? Some of our smart plays we was making. Can we get some of that going? And then kind of go from there. If these motherfuckers still taking dumb shots, then it's kind of like, all right, Z, let's go. Whoa, what's good, bro? Appreciate you tapping in, dog. 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours in on the stream. For the Queen trip dub. No, he should have the rebounds already, I imagine. Bro, listen. This is a game that you have to win. Or you should win. Like, you should win. No Anthony Davis. No Kyrie Irving. Clay Bailey playing. And you got Z. Z, Queen, Fierce, Trey. Yes, man.
My pants is cold.
They torn?
Yeah.
Go take them off.
Okay. But they too big.
Nah, go put them in a room. By any means. By any means. Bruh, throwing up anything. We'll take it, though. Let's go, Z. Good solid defense, man. Solid defense. And play through Zion. And Jose, good contest. Jose got hit in the stomach, hurting. Z, too big on the break, goal 10 bucket. Got to get on the boards. Free throws, yep. Bro, we cannot stop penetration. Like, we don't have, like, Herb's supposed to be the guy that on ball, like that at the point of attack defender. All of them lazy on closeouts. Everybody lazy on the closeout. That's one of the main problems I have with the team. We never know who to let shoot and who not to. They let everybody shoot, though. That's the thing. Like, when Max, that's the problem I keep in the third, when Max Christie got it going. Bro, how many he need to make before y'all start being like, hold on, man, we need to start like, after he hit the first one, I'm like, because You know how it look when it go through cash. It's like, I know, dog. We gotta close out a little bit tighter. It shouldn't take that long to make the adjustments. Run the offense. You forcing it. Now slow down. Look, and then when Z got it, look at everybody now. Good job, boy. Go get fouled. Make you some free throws. Gotta make your free throws. He just shouldn't be playing. Not this much. He should not be playing as much. But again, shout out to Mike earlier. That's when you don't have like Poole and DeJounte. Good job, boy. Hit that free throw. Good block, Peavy. Fucking rebounds, man. Yeah, that's why again, I don't know if you was in here, bro. I asked if you could make, if your core is Z, Trey, Fears, and Queen, what like 3 players you would surround them with? What 3 players you surround them with? Somebody said Nick Claxton. Somebody said Nick Claxton. And the other one, I think they were saying, oh, nigga done banged on Eves. It don't matter. Right back at him. Right back at him. Come on. Bruh, get the starters back on the floor, dog. Wow. My PJ got confidence. PJ got confidence. Now you in a goddamn game. Now you in a game. It's a foul. Just letting them know every time you come down and get what you want every time. Gotta make a fucking free throw. Got to make your free throw. Where are we? Jesus, we're a terrible 3-point shooting team, dog. 18 to 25 from the line, so 7. I'm running the rest of the starters out right now, the rest of the way. 7 to 19 from 3. They 15 for 37. Bro, they getting up almost 20 more attempts than you from 3. Like it just cancels out what you do in the paint. And again, that's why I'm like, you gotta play players like Poole. Well, you need them for sure. So you can at least get some shots. You could get the attempts up. That's a weak ass foul. It's a weak foul. So a lot of young players out there. Again, man, you got to be able to close these. Y'all think we win this game? Or the Pelicans gonna find, like, these are the kind of games you got to find ways to win to be able to like change the trajectory of what we talking about. You was up 14-0, you blew that lead, but now you in the game against a team that you should be closing out. Dog, what are you doing? Yeah, these little minutes right here. These little minutes right here. Bro, look how long Jose is playing, dog. Look how long Jose playing. Trey on the floor, Queen on not on the floor. Like this is Borrego's fault right now. This is Borrego's fault right now. Josh Giddey, Claxton, Zubac, John Collins. Josh Giddey. So what your lineups look like? What your lineups look like? Like what's your starters and what's your bench rotation? Bruh, on the floor way too long. Way too long. Now you got the role play again. Now you out here with Fears by himself with no real other offense. Jose ain't nobody out there. Turnovers. That's not a foul. But you listen, you put them in this. He threw it at his feet. That's a tough catch. That man damn near 7 feet tall. I can't even say that when Z was in the game. Like you know what I mean? It was tied. Bro, Jose not getting better. This Jose is what he is at this point. Now you down 4. Oh my gosh, bro. Jose played way too long in that stretch, in my opinion. Jose played way too long in that stretch. Whoa, what's good, bro? Appreciate y'all, man. Everybody tapped and hit the like button. Sub if you haven't. Like I feel like they playing the game or like you coaching the game or subbing the game as if one pass shot, that shit dead. Run the offense, bro. That's a bad shot. Good rebounds. And you're not getting those calls that you was getting before. You're right. Look at him. Pull it out, get a good look. Or make him get a foul. Look, they got to switch. You got to switch out. PJ just pulling threes. Trey with that lucky ass layup. We got to get a stop. Got to get a stop. Yes. Come here. Bring it here. Bad offense, man. Bad offense. We got too much. Like, I don't think they trust the offense because the first pass is probably going to give you a good look. Run the offense, man. One pass and hero ball. One pass and then we trying to take out. No. Let the offense work for you. That's how you built the lead. Passing, cuts, making them play and make decisions. That's why we be losing. Stuff like that, bro. I'm telling you. You gotta to get through that. Starters: Queen Fear, Z, Zubac, Claxton. Bench will be Obi Toppin, Jordan Clarkson, Dennis Schroeder. Man, we gonna be trash. Where you shooting at? Where you shooting? What Trey? Well, Murph. I don't know, dog. Yeah, that's not enough shooters. That's not enough shooters. You definitely that's probably. I mean, you gonna be big as hell. That that team would kill in the 80s. Boy, you be big though. That's a big team. Yeah. They gonna bomb you. They gonna do what they did us right now. Bring it to my mind. Cause I let them play. Sorry, y'all. Say, bro, when kids hang with dad, it's just all kind of recklessness be going on. I'd be like, do what you want, just don't kill each other. Pelicans need athletic, off-ball guys and some shooting. Queen being the facilitator. Yeah, but they ain't have no shooting. Like, and Clarkson, I don't think Clarkson got the juice. You might as well have Poole. Yo, obviously. And when the playoffs start? Oh, they're in the playoffs right now. No. Bro, come on, man. 2-point game. Look at J Kidd with an offensive timeout trying to come get them in the set. Good defense. Come on, man. Get a stop. Get a stop. Bro, oh my gosh, dog. Oh, stays out lucky. Thank God they called that foul. Thank God they called that foul. Or they called the goal 10. Goal 10 and 1. Good job. Needed all of those. Make it good job. Made free throw. Fizz reads the room. That's what you do. You get to the line. But listen, you okay with that because he got it in transition. They made a play, got the rebound, push it out, go. That's his game. So you ain't mad, dog. You gotta defend, bro. They is getting all kinds of threes. They're getting all kinds of threes. Turnovers. Turnovers. Be smart. Five minutes left in the game. Good bucket, boy. Good bucket. Defensive, offensive three. Oh, bro, he's standing next to the man. He's standing next to the man. How is that illegal three? They both in the paint. This is their fault for again the third quarter. 36-22. You gotta finish. You gotta finish. This team's stressful, bro. You think Fish think to get Trey a look? That's a real question. My boy Cooper playing strong, dog. Cooper playing strong. Oh, good move. Fizz with a great move. Gotta get stops, though. Gotta get stops. He's too far back. Bro, look how many open looks they getting. Jesus. That's a good shot, though. They getting good looks, though. They're getting some good looks. Fight through, double screen, step up. Can't leave PJ. Bro, what is Herb doing on the break, dog? Bro, what is Herb doing on the break? Dog, find them early. Oh. I don't know, dog. I don't know. Like right now, wouldn't y'all feel more comfortable with Poole in the game than Herb personally? The catch and grab. Oh yeah, DQ getting active. DQ getting active. Gotta get stops. Run him off the 3-point line. That's not a foul. Bro, they calling every foul. Herb got a day in New Orleans. Think about that. Above everybody, Herb got his own day. Way too many free throws, absolutely. And you getting outshot at the 3. Again, you 7 for 23. You only took 23 of them. They 15 for 42. You 15 for 42. You 20 for 27 from the line. So 7 free throws. And they 17 from 22. They kind of catching up in this fourth quarter, starting to even out. Yeah, lose all his back knowledge once he gets the ball on offense. Bruh, it's just I'd rather you not do nothing. I don't want to say not do nothing. I'd rather you slow it down than like trying to be overly aggressive and making the play. Just slow it down so we could get the look that we want to get. Like, so we could get the ball in Z hand. You could get the ball in Queen hand. You could get the ball in Trey, like anybody, as opposed to putting them in a compromising position. Rebounds are okay. Does Trey have a clutch gene? I don't know. I mean, I didn't see him make clutch shots. I don't think he a closer. Like we in the final stretch. I think Z Queen neither pretty much had their hands in the had a ball in their hands the rest of the way. Fizz is doing a good job. But again, with Fizz, a lot of his is in transition, which it should be, playing to his strengths. Right? And attacking the rim. And again, this is the problem, though. We don't, other than Trey, there's no real shooter. Like, there's no 3-point threat. right? Like you ain't worried about Queen, Z. If Fizz shoot a 3 right now, you be praying that he made it. The only like if Herb shoot, you don't want Herb shooting the ball really. That's why to me you got like Poole got to play. He's the only person with at least a consistent threat that like, oh, he gonna make it. Trade ceiling. I don't know, to be honest. I think he got all-star potential. I think he could be an all-star. I don't think he got all NBA potential. That's top 15 players in the league. I don't see that, but I think he could be an all-star for sure. Block. The defense. Good defense. Good defensive play. And good bucket. Good bucket. Good job, DQ. Play some defense, man. Get a stop. Queen closing. Oh, that's a weak foul. Come on. Bro, they shooting free throws on that. Bruh. Tech. Oh, look at Najee getting into it with the new dude. Look at Najee getting into it with his, man. I ain't say he would make it this year. I'm saying I think he could play like that. I think he could play on that level. Look at Najee just walking and bumping his man for no reason. Yeah, step to him. Yeah, they get Jeremiah stepping to him. Good job up 3. Yes, ma'am. All right. Rebound. You got to hold on to this lead, man. 2-point lead, 3 minutes left. Foul. There you go. You're not going to take it from him. Yeah, you're not going to take it from him. Come on, man. Play through the people you're supposed to play through. Don't fall for the bait. Z and Queen. Good block. Listen, every time Z roll, they gotta respect it. That's why Queen easily able to take that man and get that layup. Oh, it's tough. Tough. Layup. Gotta goaltending. Bro, I don't like so the part that kills me about this is that like I like playing through Queen, but you still gotta play through Z. Oh my gosh, bro. Tough bucket. Bro, they didn't. This the part that be killing me. They been having fouls down like every possession down. Like every possession down has been like a foul on the Pels. So it's like either a bucket or the free throws. Gotta get stops. Good job, Z. Play through number one, dog. Good job. Little floater right over the top of him. Make your free throws. Gotta get a stop. Good job, Z. Finish the game, man. Close it out. Gotta play through number one. Oh, that's a foul. Grabbed him. The closer. Gotta close. Hit your free throws. Boom. Good job. One more. One more. Look at Z. 8 points in the fourth quarter. My dog still winded. It's cool. Both of them. Both of them. Queen and Z been huge in the fourth quarter. Gotta get stops, man. And they scoring is so fast. That's a travel. Oh, just lost the ball. Good job getting it back. Oh, not the Najee 3. Oh, that bitch was online. Look how open. Bro, run at him. You gotta run at him. That's a bad, yes. That's a bad closeout. Dog, run him off the 3. Like you just walking out there. Run him off the line. Like, I don't care that he made, like, dog, like, if you run at him, he probably don't shoot it. Or he probably don't make it. Closeouts, transition defense. Been struggling with it all game. He's up 14 at the half. Come on, dog. Cool voucher with 29. Bro, you got to run him off the line. I know you're tired, but you got to run him off the line. Well, yeah, that's tough. That's the goal. This is why Bird can go. You don't clamp nobody. Uh oh, that's a tough shot, man. That's a oh, that's a tough shot, dog. That's a tough shot. Well, no, I don't think he passed it to him. I don't think you expecting him to shoot that three. Yeah. But again, when he passed it, I don't think he's expecting him to shoot it right away. That's the rookie stuff, in my opinion. Like you got 30 seconds left. You got 30 seconds left. And I still don't like the idea of them going into the offense. Like not going away from the offense. The offense had been working all game. And then you go into the ISO, go into the ISO. Oh man. Again, like the fearless stuff is real. Like you pass it to him, he's got to know that you don't need to take that shot right now. Jesus. When the last time Trey touched the ball? So Flag don't have 30 on him because they've been doing a lot of switching. He's been scoring on the small man. But Herb don't guard nobody. Herb don't guard nobody. Like there was nobody really to guard. What's Trey? Trey 1 for 6 from three right now. Trey 1 for 6 on the three. Coach is better first half, but his second half curse is crazy. Ain't no curse, they stupid. They come out in the second half when the team turn it up. You just don't do like they don't meet the aggression with aggression. Mm. Oh my gosh. That's what it boils down to. Up 14 at the half. Let go of the rope. Outscored in the third, 36-22. That's your game. 36-22. What a horrible way to lose this game, man. Herb again. Again, you got a bunch of fouls down the stretch, but though Herb 3 for 10, 1 for 3 from 3. Trey 1 for 7 from 3. He had 25 and was okay. He didn't get no touches down the stretch either. Fizz 3 for 4, but again, you don't have to shoot that one at the end. You gotta just believe in the offense and continue to run the offense, bro. Gotta continue to run the offense. Again, off the bench, E's only played 16 minutes. Jose 1 for 4 from 3, played 20 minutes. Sadiq Bey 2 for 9, 0 for 4 from 3. PV 2 for 6, 0 for 1 from 3. Hawkins 1 for 5. His one was a 3. 16 threes, exactly. That's what it boiled down to. That's what it boiled down to. They shot 43 threes, bro. 16. They 16 for 43. You 7 for 27. The bench is bad. The bench is bad because we can't sustain. We cannot sustain, though. We cannot sustain. And then they come out lax. Like they come out lax. The other team, again, when you see Max Christie start the second half 3-3, I'm calling a timeout right away. Hey, y'all gonna guard that dude? He cashing threes left and right. Nope, not gonna do that. So then now they get into the rhythm. They get momentum, they talking, they clapping, they running. Right? Yeah. It's a tough. And Najee Island for what? Because that's his old team. That's his old team. You always want that dub. They got him last time. We beat them last time. They got us this time. This whole coaching staff have to go, bro. I don't like the process. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like some of this is absolutely coaching. I just wish that we could have, again, you could have started off and then been able to try and mitigate it because you see some of the good stuff. But again, it's almost like they don't trust the offense. Like they don't trust the offense. And you still got people and also like it's tough because your rookies are playing a lot of you going through the rookie growing pains of your rookies having to play so many minutes, and Jose, for example, having to play so many minutes. Like it's just like PV, not bad, but you got a bunch of 9 shooters. You got 9 shooters playing a lot of minutes, and a lot of 9 playmakers playing a lot of minutes. How much I'm blaming on JB? A good bit of it. In my opinion. I think they had stretches in the game where Z was out with too long. I think that he should have came back with his starters in the fourth quarter a lot sooner. He sat on the starters way too long. I don't know why or what that was about, but you can't, when you see that game like that, and again, you was having the struggle, like they was getting some buckets just off of luck. You got to bring your starters back into the game, bro, and got to close. A possession here or there make the difference. Hey, low-key, Dallas is cooked for the future. See if we can get some shooting for a picking Max Christie for Hogan 2027-28. Why would they do that? They seen Hulk. Don't nobody want Hulk, though. Yeah, but rewatch the play. He passed it to Z. Z gave it right back. Z got blocked as well. Trey was terrible down the stretch. Trey don't get no touch. Trey don't get touches down the stretch, which is why I'm like, dog, y'all got to continue to run the offense because Z was gassed, which is probably why he didn't close out, right? You got to close. At the end of the day, you got to close out on a Najee 3. You can't walk into it, bro. Like, if I'm watching film, that's what I'm looking. Hey, the 3, you got to close out. Like, I don't care how you can't afford to be tired. You got to close out. And then on the offense, again, you got 30 seconds, but that's also why I don't like them running ISO plays to end the game like that. Like, bro, get into some kind of offense. Like, you could get it to Z right there, but like, he probably kicked it like, I don't know if they had some action. I don't think it was like, okay, get the ball to Z and then clear out, right? Because if that's the case, why put him at the high post? You might as well run like 1-4 low or something like that. But you get it to him, and then it's like, dog, let's get some. You got 30 seconds left in a 1-point game. Get some movement. Just like that's loser stuff, in my opinion. You talk about her bad, but Trey a passenger in the same car. Hey, bro. Trey had 25, right? Trey had 25, but that 1 for, what was he? 1 for 7 from 3. 1 for 7 from 3. Can't be the case. Pels ain't make a 3 the whole second half. And that's how you get walked down. That's how you get walked down. But we don't have no shooters. All you got to do is press up. Jose small, Hulk small, Herb can't shoot. Z don't shoot. Queen don't shoot the 3. Fizz don't like who's shooting the 3s? You got to do something. Got to do something. Only 3 players were positive plus minus: Hawk, Jose, and Queen. Bruh, for Hawk and Jose to be positive plus minus, I don't even like plus minus. Plus minus is plus minus is just ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know what to say, bro. This one on Z. Yeah. At the end of the day, you the man. You had an opportunity to close out defensively. You almost got it done when you got the steal. You got the steal. You hit you got fouled. You made the free throws. You got to close out. Essentially, that's what it comes down to. Like, you got to run Najee off the 3-point line. Like, that's the only way you up 2, right? At least force him to go take a 2. But if you're gonna walk into it, like his hate for the team is gonna make sure I knock that down. Not hate for the team, but you know what I mean? Like the desire to want to beat them. Sadiq, like, I can't blame Sadiq too much, bro. Sadiq a role player. He only played 18 minutes. Now he was 2 for 9, so he didn't play well in his minutes today. But again, that's why you hear Chaz talking about this team needs some talent. You've seen multiple lineups tonight, and you looking at the lineup like it's Jose, Hawk, PV, Missy, Trey. Well, ain't nobody scoring with that. They just naturally too small. They just naturally too small, man. This was a tough one. Up 14, controlled the whole way. You had a way that you was playing and you was winning, and then you went away from it, in my opinion. And I said in the beginning of the game, when it was in that the one pass shooting and all of that, like, dog, you fall into the trap of that. You gotta run the offense consistently. You gotta keep the movement going, trusting it. Like, that's how you're gonna be able to close out, and that's how you're gonna be able to win these games. And then defensively, transition and close out. And they fouled, like they was calling, I don't know if, again, the Pels get a terrible whistle, but they was calling fouls every time down the court. Every time down the court. So that's just, that's the way it go. 26% from 3. Sadiq playing hurt, and we get no foul calls. We shot 31 free throws. 31 free throws today, 28. You got to make more of them. But again, even if it's not about that, it's the 7 for 27 from 3. 7 for 27 from 3. That's why we got trade values like 1-on-1 for Z and Ja. No, this team is bad, which is why you gotta hammer in the little things. Yep. That's your game right there. You're not even in if you I don't even want to say play even. If you lose by 5, this game probably not close. You go into the fourth quarter with a lead. You know what I mean? They not feeling as comfortable. You go to the fourth quarter tied, they're like, "Oh, we got them right where we want to." Z not in the game, but they gonna play. Yep, you could see it. And DeJounte 30 million. DeJounte is $30 million sitting on the sideline, bro. Man, I don't know. Again, I'm anxious to see what happened with when Poole come back, what we do with these lineups, and just kind of go from there. So, I'm about to. I'll probably catch y'all tomorrow. For the game. Well, I might be in the building. I don't know. I got the boys again. We might go. We might actually pull up and go see these trash baskets. But with that being said, I still, bro, I just like this team. Love the team. The potential is there. Is it though? That maybe that's not true. Maybe that's not true. Because again, you were more talented than the team you lost to tonight. If we go into this game and you telling me I got Zion, Queen, Trey, Zion, Queen, Trey. Yeah, Zion, Queen, Trey. Yeah, those 3, you supposed to win. But nope. Z had, what does Z have? Z on the second game back. The 3 rebounds got to be better. Played 30 minutes and only had 3 rebounds. That's tough. Trey only had 3 rebounds. That's got to be better. But see, it don't be looking like it when you watching the game. It don't look like you just getting dominated on the boards. It's that 3-point shooting, bro. If you need to do anything about this team, is the 3-point shooting. Z with 22, Trey with 25, Queen with 20, Fizz with 21. Bro, that's 80. That's 88 points from your starters. That's 88 points from, well, and Herb gave you 7. So that's 95 points from your starters. You got 4, 5, 4, 4, and 3. Your bench gave you nothing. Your bench gave you nothing. You're not gonna win. You're not gonna win a lot of games like that. It's just that simple. But man, that's gonna do it for y'all. We 3 hours and something in, man. Appreciate y'all. This, I think, my first full recap. If y'all didn't mind it, you know what I'm saying. If y'all thought it was cool, I know I was kind of back and forth with the kids and stuff like that. But if y'all was cool, we'll probably do some more of these. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. I'm about to shut it down. You got to rebound better. Someone has to get 10 boards at minimum. At minimum, somebody got to be a beast on the boards, bro. Got to dominate it. You have to find some kind of category to dominate. You got to be dominant in something. Or that's when you just like, all right, we need to strip it all down. But we'll see. We'll see how they look tomorrow. They got a game against Atlanta. I would say they should win, but maybe not. Sorry, Retro. You're going to have to hold up on the anthem. But me, man, I'm A Davis, Pels in the Blender. I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Hit that like button, subscribe, share the channel. I'm out. Peace.